When nFOUW announced this kit last year, I was pretty damn excited. I am a massive BMW fan, and it is always good to see new BMW kits come out that haven't been made before, or simply just kits re-released so that they are available again. Now, the E46 wasn't available in 1/24th scale plastic kit, and therefore this one is pretty cool as it is a new addition to the 1/24th scale kit lineup. Now, of course, this is a race car, and that means that I am not as excited, but luckily I have some friends over in the Ukraine called USCP. You might have seen them on my channel pop up a lot of times already with various different add-ons, kits, conversions, and so forth for scale modeling. Now, they are big BMW fans as well, and luckily they decided to tackle this kit to turn it into a street version, and they have come out with various accessories for this kit to turn it into a street version with an M Sport bumper, the regular bumpers, and various other accessories. So when Misha reached out a couple of weeks ago asking if I wanted to build one of these with some of their accessories, I of course said yes, absolutely I want to. I'm a massive fan of the E46 and I want to create my own custom version of this one. So they sent me out a couple of small boxes and a little plastic bag with various parts to transform this one into one of my dream spec E46 four-door sedans. So to do that, they sent out a new exhaust, the E46 M3 original styling 67 wheels that are on the M3. I will be using that on this one too because I really like the style. The bumpers on the kit are of course the race car ones and don't really look all that good in my opinion, so luckily they made the M-Tech body kit in order to transform it to that style or add-on, making it a lot sportier and look a lot better. And of course, to finalize it, the interior needs to be completely transformed as that one has a bare bones race car interior and I want to have a street car interior, so they also sent out their complete conversion kit to make this into a street version. So in order to transform that race car into a street car, one of the smaller details of course is an actual muffler. It has some nice exhaust tips and the street muffler on there too. You can simply just cut off the rear section of the kit part and replace it with this one. It is of course optional, but this is more original than the one in the kit, so I'm probably going to be going for this one too. The standard nFOUW kit comes with base bumpers and a couple of race car holes in them, which I don't want. I want the M-Tech, M-Sport, or M-Package bumpers, of course, which in my opinion look a lot better. So luckily USCP sent me out this set too. So this is a pretty simple set. It comes with a couple of parts for the license plates. On the front bumper you can go with the European or the American style, of course the rear bumper and the front bumper, and also the new light pieces. The parts themselves are resin cast, have been super nicely cleaned up before casting. All of the details are incredibly nicely done, as you can see right here, and even the panel lines here for the tow hook cover and that main part here on the bumper, which is supposed to be flat black plastic, is nice and crisp. Now, not only on the rear bumper, or not only on the front bumper, on the rear bumper they have taken the same care and attention to all of these parts. This section is probably going to be painted flat black. Again, a nice, really sharp line for the tow hook cover. All of the parking sensors are in this black strip again and have super crisp lines and details in them too. It does seem to have a small imperfection here in the resin, but luckily it is sticking out, so simply a bit of sanding and that should be fixed. Now, these parts I will not be using, but it is good if you're building a replica for someone to have the option for a front license plate frame, and in this case also holder to conform to the front bumper. This is the European one and there is an American style too. And then finally in this set we have the clear parts for the fog lights, which need to go in the front bumper right here, but then from the other side they are resin cast too, might need a bit of a polish or just simply a coat of clear to finish them off. So the wheels that come with the nFOUW kit aren't really my style, and I wanted the ones to replicate the actual ones on the M car. Now the four-door was never built as an M, so these of course are from the famous E46 coupe, and they are again cast in resin just like all the other parts. Have some additional parts for male or female fitment, so you can choose which one you want or which one of course you need for your specific kit. It comes with a nice set of tires and the wheels too. So just like all of the other parts, the wheels are incredibly well done. They have nice detailing for the lug nuts and all of the spokes look super sharp. It is nicely detailed and cleaned up on the inside too for just easy mounting, and it doesn't really require any cleanup before painting, just a good resin primer. Same goes with the tires. These are cast but then in rubber. They are nice and flexible, super strong as well. Have a little bit of detailing on the sidewall, might need a little cleanup but not too much. Same on both sides, and also have a nice thread pattern in here too. And of course, to finish off the transformation from race car back to street car, we need a full street interior. This one comes with a nice 3D designed instruction manual as well, and you can already see that there are various options for the interior to completely make it into the one you need it to be. It is printed on both sides, main part for the interior and the assembly, and then the final part for the dashboard and which style of radio or navigation screen you want. It is all packaged and protected in here nicely. It comes in a couple of separate bags, and of course all of the parts are here and done as well. So to start off, this is the main base plate for the interior, which will probably be replacing the one from the kit. It has the part for the rear seat molded in here. Would have liked to seen this molded as a separate piece just to make it a lot easier to paint, but I guess this is also a bit of a structural rigidity piece in here, which makes the part a lot more rigid and strong. Nonetheless, it is a nicely detailed part. All of the panel lines are super sharp, and I can't really find any imperfection in here whatsoever. Same goes for the seats. Again, super crisp panel lining all around. There is a bit of dirty leftover resin on here, but that is just a bit of case of cleanup and it's gone. The center console also needs replacing, as the one from the kit is bare bones, and this one needs to have a lot of detailed parts for the cup holders, a small piece underneath the radio, and the rest of the center console, small hiding places and all stuff like that. The dashboard again transformed into the street car one, with this bottom section now fully detailed and this piece here left open so you can decide which style of radio or navigation you want in here. Some other parts for the top section of the rear seats. The actual headrests are molded separately, which is again a nice additional detail, and you can see right here. The final piece in this one is of course that rear speaker tray. It has the speakers molded in here, and again those have some cool detailing on there as well. So in this final bag we have the remaining parts of interior pieces and also the gauges themselves. You get various different ones in black and also a gray one, probably in miles and or kilometers. So with this interior detail set, they have thought of everything, even the gear shifter. And I'm pretty sure you can choose between automatic, like this one, and there is a manual one too, so this one can go. And for the steering wheel, we have the M Sport version and the regular version, I believe. Both super nice, and of course I'm going to go with this one as I like the look of it a lot better. The door panels themselves are mostly done too. They have a couple of empty spaces here for some of these separate parts and pieces to go in there, which are not on here. Never mind. Oh, right. They are right here on the actual armrests, along with the headrests. Have a lot of additional detailing, and a lot of the times these are painted in a different color, so with them being separate, it makes it a lot easier to paint them in whatever two-tone interior or style you'd like to go with. So some of the final pieces here, this is for the steering column, the new pedals as well, and with the brake pedals separate, so you can choose to go for the automatic, simply just cut one off, or go for the manual one and leave the clutch in there as well. And then finally, a piece that I've shown and talked about earlier, this is for the radio or the navigation. You can go with the standard radio for the full navigation screen, or even one with a smaller one, and then below that you can have it as this, or with the additional options. If you are interested in any of these kits, I will be leaving links in the description down below. Thank you USCP for sending me this out, and I'm really looking forward to this build. I'm not sure when I'm going to be building it, but I'm going to get to it as soon as I possibly can.